What is a rut? A rut is a cycle of negative reinforcement. You do a bad habit and then you feel bad that you did the bad habit, and then you want to fill the void of that negative emotion with more bad habits. And it's just a ball rolling, right? It's a whole cycle. And we want to break that cycle. And how do we do that? By lowering our ego. I'm going to talk more about that later on. A rut, let's just say, it's not a good place to be in. It's when you're mentally unmotivated and you aren't being productive, you're doing the bad habits, you're watching porn, playing video games, eating junk food, all the bad habits. This can happen, there's some reasons, but the most common reason is you get complacent. And it happens because, let's say, this is an example. A week ago, you were tempted by doing a bad habit. You wanted to eat the cookie, you wanted to play video games, you wanted to scroll, you wanted to watch porn. And you were like, you know what? Doing this once won't hurt me. You know, it's just a little bit of dopamine, like a little bit of dopamine never killed anyone. And you eat the cookie. And then when you get the clarity moment, like, what, after you bust a nut, you get a sense of clarity and you're like, damn, why did I do that? And then after doing the bad habit, you regret it and you feel that you have this shitty feeling, right? And it's very important when you have this shitty feeling to don't do anything else. Don't act out of temptation. Don't say, oh, I already did it once, it's not gonna matter if I do it twice because I'm already on day 0. Most people want to feel the shitty feeling with more pleasure, but it's very important for you not to do that because that's how you fall into a rut. That's probably what happened to you. If you think back, I don't know, a couple of days ago, a week ago, a couple of weeks ago, or even for some people, a couple of months ago, just remember, did you do a bad habit? Because you probably didn't. It's probably why you're in this position right now where you need to watch this video to get out of a rut. Basically, what I just yapped about for the past 2 minutes is you did a bad habit, you felt bad, and you wanted to fill the void with more pleasure, and that snowballed into you being into a rut right now. Let's get to how you actually get out of a rut. I want to help you. Do you want more out of your physique, your business, your social life, and your love life? You probably do. We all do. And I can help you with that. No pressure, but if you click the first link in the description, that's going to lead you to my Instagram page. And you can just shoot me a message, give me a follow, and we'll see what we can do from there. What was that guy's name? It was something Armstrong, right? The guy that landed on the moon. Do you think that the rocket that he flew in was built without a plan? Do you think that they didn't have a blueprint? Of course they did, right? Every great thing that has been achieved in history, there was a plan. It was planned out beforehand. So what makes you think that you can get out of this rut and make actual progress in life without an actual, concrete, solid plan? Because doing that is kind of retarded. Like, I know it sounds harsh, but if you think that you're gonna get out of this rut without a plan, you're very wrong. You need to create a habit tracker and a timetable. So get a piece of paper, actually get 3 pieces of paper and a pen or a pencil. This is an actionable step. You have to do this. If you want this video to help you in any way, you have to follow the actionable steps that I'm gonna give you in this video. So get 3 large pieces of paper, just like this one, you know, the ones that you have in your notebook. You can just rip them out of your notebook, or if you have printing paper. On the first sheet, you're gonna write your goals. Now, you probably, when you think about it, you have like tons of goals, like 10 goals, 20 goals on the top of your head right now. You have 10 or 20 goals. You wanna write all of them out. It's gonna take like 5 minutes, so don't be a bitch, just do it. So just think about, what are your goals? Maybe it's build an aesthetic body, make X amount of money, get a girlfriend, start eating clean, hit a PR on the bench. Whatever it is, just write it down. All of the goals you can think of. Pause this video, do it right now. It's gonna take like 3 minutes. Just do it right now. Once you have some goals written down, you wanna ask yourself, which one of these goals would help me the least in life right now? And you just wanna cross it off. Then ask yourself the same question again. And then cross off the next goal, and the next one, and the next one, until you have only 2 goals remaining. Those two goals will be your top priority for the next, I don't know, however much time it takes to complete them. And something I didn't mention is you want your goals to have a specific deadline and a specific measurement of success. So it could be your body weight in pounds. So let's say I want to be 180 pounds in 10 months. I don't know. Or it could be a PR in the gym. So I want to lift X amount of weight in X amount of time. So you want to be really specific with your goals. And you also don't want it to be like too unachievable. You can do the unachievable goals later on in your life, because right now you want to have a positive feedback loop. You want to challenge yourself with your goals, but not for right now. Right now you want to be realistic and reasonable. Ask yourself this question: what task should I complete for each goal every single day that's going to give me 80% of the results, but only 20% of the effort? Here's some examples. Building an aesthetic body, it's going to be working out. Simple. It's not taking creatine, it's not taking pre-workout, it's not cardio. Even though those things are nice, you can still do those things. You want to write down the 80-20. So there's this thing called 80-20 rule. It's basically you do 20% of, you put in 20% effort, you get 80% results. So on your habit tracker, you want to write down the 80-20 rule task that's going to get you to where you want to be. So right now, this is my habit tracker right now. Yeah, I skipped some habits right there. You can flame me in the comments, but for building an aesthetic body, it's working out, and for making money for business, it's eat the frog. Then you can throw in some other habits in your habit tracker, like I have gratitude journaling and meditating. But be careful, don't add too many habits, because you can easily get overwhelmed with this. Like when you have 10 habits, you can't do 10 habits at least not right now. If you're in a rut, you can't. If you're not in a rut, you can try it out. But if you're in a rut, you probably cannot do more than, let's say, 5 habits. You're gonna write your habits on the top, and you're gonna write the days on the side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 30. Pause the video right now, write down your habits, write down your days, and continue watching when you've completed your habit tracker. Once you create your habit tracker, you want to get some tape and stick it up on a wall where you can see it every single day. So it could be next to your bed, next to your door, on your mirror, whatever. Just remember, when you don't have a plan, that's when you start diverging from your goals. You're more likely to do the bad habits and skip out on the good habits. Personally, I don't have my timetable on a sheet of paper. I have it on my phone, on the Notes app. I would recommend having it both on your phone and on a real piece of paper, simply because you want to be reminded more of what you're supposed to be doing, right? The more you see it, the more you're going to memorize it, and the more it's going to be ingrained in your brain. Creating a timetable is really simple. You want to have a specific time where you're going to sleep, and you have a specific time when you're waking up, and just fill in everything in between. There's this thing called Eat the Frog. It's basically when you wake up really early before anyone else in your house, and just work relentlessly on a task which is related to your business, to your studies, to whatever. If business is not your priority right now, you don't have to wake up super early. You can just wake up an hour before going to school or work. For many teenagers, just like myself, business is a priority. And let me just say, if you're not making money as a teenager, if you're not creating a business, you should be. You want to retire your family, you want to not have to work a 9 to 5, you want to not have to go to college, you should be working on the business. So just create a timetable that's personalized to you. So I'm probably just gonna show a picture of my timetable so you can use it as inspiration. You want to make sure that you have no free time in your day. If you have free time, you shouldn't, because you should be, as a young masculine man, every single minute of your day should be planned out. You should be busy 24/7. When you're in a rut, your mental health is probably not the best, right? You can relate. If you're not feeling happy, if you're not feeling fulfilled, your mental health is bad. If you want to move on, you have to be honest with yourself and lower your ego. So in your habit tracker, you should have a couple of habits that improve your mental health. So these habits include working out, meditating, gratitude journaling. You can also add stuff like cold showers, regular journaling, sunlight, running, cardio, anything that you feel like is making you happier in the long run. So to summarize this video, you want to make a habit tracker and a timetable. The habit tracker is going to be like a source of accountability. Does that make sense? So when you look on your wall where your habit tracker is posted up, you're going to be like, damn, I kind of missed that workout a couple of days ago. I kind of regret that. Maybe I shouldn't miss this workout today. That's the whole point of a habit tracker. So when you think about it, a habit tracker is actually more useful when you don't fill out a certain checkbox. So you don't do that workout, and then a couple of days later, you look back on your habit tracker and you're like, damn, I kind of feel like in your heart, you're gonna feel it, the masculinity, the masculinity leaving your body. You're gonna feel the embarrassment and the regret, and then that's gonna motivate you to do the workout today or tomorrow or in the future. The timetable is basically gonna plan out your whole day, and you know what you're supposed to be doing at every minute over your day. And when something isn't planned out, that's when you're more likely to have free time. That's when you're more likely to indulge. That's when you're more likely to act out of emotion, because masculinity is setting a point and getting from A to B, and femininity is acting on emotion. So when you have a timetable, you are automatically more masculine, and if you follow it every single day 24/7, you're even more masculine. So yeah, a couple of tips. When you're in a rut, as I said before, your mental health is not good. If your mental health was good, then you wouldn't be in a rut and you wouldn't be watching this video. So your habits on your habit tracker, the success bar for them should be really, really low. I'm talking like 5 minutes of working out should be an automatic check in the checkbox. A minute of meditating should be an automatic check in the checkbox. A sentence of gratitude should be an automatic check in the checkbox. You get my point. So that means that you technically shouldn't miss a single day, right? But there's obviously, you might complete every single checkbox, right? But there's obviously going to be days when you just don't feel like it, and if you miss a day, it's whatever. Anyone can do 5 minutes of working out, right? Anyone, not even 5 minutes, just one push-up, bro. Like, it's all it takes to check off the checkbox, like the lowest standard, right? You have to lower your standards for these habits. Like right now, I personally do like 10, 15, 20 minutes of meditation, but that's because I'm kind of more advanced, right? My mental health is pretty good right now. So that's why my standard of success is pretty high. For working out, I do an hour of working out. For gratitude, I do like 3 or 4 sentences. But for you, if your mental health is bad, your standard should be lower. And the reason that we lower the standard is because you want that positive reinforcement. You want to see the check boxes on your habit tracker checked off. And that's gonna motivate you in the future, like improve your self-image so that you can get that ball rolling, right? The snowball effect. It's basically why we lower the standard. And you wanna also lower your ego along with this, because I know some of you big ego motherfuckers out there are gonna disagree with this, but that's only hurting yourself. You're not gonna benefit, because ego is the enemy. That's it. See ya.